I said like, can I just like take you out for dinner like after? Sounds like a pickup like.
Can I just like take you out for dinner?
Hi, I'm John.
Hi, I'm Siu.
I'm Joyce.
I'm Leah and this is
Zula Chick Chat.
They made us do this by the way, it's their idea.
Those of y'all that are the real G's, the real OGs will know what it is.
Y'all know who did this?
You have to say it. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Culture Clash!
Insert minor space over here. Hi guys, welcome to today's episode of Zula Chick Chats, and today we'll be talking about friendship and more likely the end of friendships lah, huh? So we'll be covering friendship breakups, and we have a panel of guests here. This OG member has never been on Zula Chick Chats before. I'm surprised.
Yeah, that's why I was telling them that I practiced this the whole day, but today they decided to do this.
The first question to start off is, have you guys experienced such friendship breakups before?
Yes.
Yeah, but my one flashback already.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Or like relationship with it?
It was like, it took like maybe 3-4 years to patch back.
Right,
So
right.
when we were in year 3, right, then I knew her when I was in year 1.
Yeah.
And she had a birthday party. In this birthday party, she invited her secondary school friends. And then there was going to be like only me from our poly class.
Right.
And obviously I didn't want to go because like, I don't like birthday parties, let alone one where everybody else is going to be like,
A
they
stranger.
know each other. So I said like, can I just like take you out for dinner like after? Sounds like a pickup like.
Can I just like take you out for dinner?
Yeah, just like,
Oh.
can we just have dinner like on a separate occasion? And then she suddenly got like very pissed off, and she just said that I like never ever make the effort. But because like I was angsty, I want to say this one thing which I feel like really was the last straw on the camel's back. I said, so you rather I treat you then badly for the remaining 364 days, but then your birthday I go for your party. And then, with that one line, like the foundation.
She's the one that got broken up with, not she break up with people.
The table just smashed in half, you know.
But at the point of time, I legitimately thought I was being like the like queen of logic. But then after that, we didn't talk for like 3 years.
Wow.
Then until like, I think at one point she was going through like a very dark patch, and she reached out. And then that was how we reconciled. And I think sometimes, right, you can wait out a few years and try again.
Yeah.
Because occasionally people need to have that self-development outside of the friendship, right? Then maybe after y'all go and evolve, right, then y'all can come back again.
I have a few broken friendships and I patch up with one of them, who is now my best friend.
Wow.
But
Okay.
the story that I want to share is with this other girl who I have not patched back with. This story is of me in secondary school when I was in Sec 5.
Yeah.
So I had these two best friends. I'll name them A and B.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So the reason our friendship broke up was because I got into a relationship. My friend A wasn't happy with it because she don't think that guy is good for me.
Okay.
And she's right. But to me at that point of time is, as my friend, you should support me. And if things goes wrong, you can tell me after that see, I told you, but then I'm still there for you.
Right.
Rather than
Chap your tai chi lah.
yeah. While all this is happening, my friend B was going through things in her life lah. And so she was like MIA, and we don't know why she's missing, and we
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. But then we found out that other classmates know what's going on because she tell them. Eventually, I got very sick and tired of how I'm feeling, so I
Oh.
decided to give up on the friendship. And then we went our separate ways. But what happened was, about 2 years after graduation, I met up with B. Basically, we poured our feelings out from what happened 2 years ago. And then I shared my point of view, she shared her point of view. It was a very awkward and painful dinner. But then I'm very glad we went through that because that was when we felt like we finally let everything out. And because of what we went through, right, she became a very important person to me now. We did try to meet up with A, but the difference is A was already happy with how life is for her. It's only when you grow older, then you look back, then you see the other side of things. Yeah.
There's two sides, right? So some sides it's just like the friend that you lost. Then you're like, it's fine, they need their space, they need to grow. But sometimes it's like the friend who realize that they lost a good friend, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then they like reflect on their actions. So there's always two sides to the story.
And it's also like we have to think about it this way. We have to be very neutral about it, right? We could be the friend that they decided to lose because like we don't know one, this kind of thing. You very hard to self-rate until people tell you, right? But you don't know one, this kind of thing. But you have to accept that like you're not everyone's cup of tea.
How about you, John?
Okay, so this friend of mine, let's also call her A. Right, she was a uni friend, right? Because we will play ultimate frisbee together. Then in uni, basically we were in the same team, and then we got to know each other, and then we became good friends. So after I left uni, right, she was still finishing her school, ma. So we lost contact for a little bit. After losing contact for I think a year or so, I suddenly like reconnected with her and I found out that she actually suffered from some illness. It's like a brain disease, like a physical illness, not a mental illness.
Right.
When I reconnected with her, it was like she was like 80% recovered. Then we found the same level of closeness again really quickly. So I told her, will you be interested to apply to TSL as a writer or like as an intern to at least be able to get back into practice? She managed to get into TSL. And she was like working with us for a period lah. But during that period, she had many incidents with the staff members here, in the sense that she felt that she was being victimized or bullied. They were saying that like, they are not giving her equal opportunity compared to all the other interns and all that kind of thing. Especially back in the day where overseas trips for our like airline clients or travel clients were a big deal for interns especially. She was saying that like they purposely never pick her, even though we all know that like it's very meritocratic, and in fact her supervisors, knowing that I'm her friend, came to speak to me to check out on her and all that kind of thing, to feedback, so that we have a closed loop of feedback lah.
Yeah.
Because like they also want to understand her a little bit better. And it was very tough for me because I didn't know whether she was just being her generic negative self, or is it because of her brain disease that she is like this is like accelerated. So being the long-term friend, right, I keep picking up the repercussions from the previous all the way back to uni kind of
Got it.
situations. And every single time she moves on to greener pastures, you try to move on with her, but like you also cannot help but remember that like, walao eh, every time also like that, every time you move to a new green pasture, then we're happy for you, then after that pasture not green anymore, then you become like
I do think that like this emotional offloading is very valid though.
Yeah.
Because you in your life, right, you're bound to have that one or two friends who will come to you like recurrently with the same problem, same scenario, different girls' names, different guys' names.
Yeah.
And sometimes like these things may really disagree with your own values.
For real, what you mentioned about like it's very tiring to do sometimes. Like although you're friends or whatever, sometimes some people don't realize like the extent to which they do it and how much like that can take a toll on a person. They take it for granted.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I just recalled one of a friendship like story that like I broke up with a friend, but I can't speak English today, sorry. So this girl I met like maybe like 2 years ago, because we are both dancers. Okay, so we've done like competitions together and stuff. We were all like fine, so we were quite good friends. And because of an incident that occurred during a competition, okay, let's just say she made a mistake.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you make a mistake on stage, of course it's embarrassing lah. Like I also understand. So I was like, oh my god, are you okay? Blah blah blah. Then she got mad because she blamed one of us for like not doing the correct position, or like someone being out of position and stuff, when technically like
It was inconsequential.
it was just bo pian, you know what I mean?
Right.
It happened. Like you don't blame other people, especially if you're on a team lah. From that spiraled into something really bad because it looked very bad on her. And then she didn't even apologize after that. Like she just tried to pretend it didn't happen. So I was the one who had to like send a long message being like, by the way, I don't agree, blah 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 and stuff. And we had a long conversation over text about it. It's just that after that, it seemed like things couldn't go back to normal. I mean, even though our paths not aligned, it's fine lah. It's just that it wasn't a very bad ending, though there were some consequences that were not great in terms of like her actions. But as of now, you ask me if I see her, I'm not gonna be like angry lah or whatever. It's very like, oh, too bad lor.
As in, I just wanted to say that like I feel that our stories, right, we all have this friendship that we lose, and like this particular person, I would just say they're like not a good fit for us, right? But that doesn't mean they're like not a good fit for people in general.
I feel that for my case, it's not that she's not a good fit for me. In fact, I feel that she's a very good fit for me as a friend. I can imagine if I did not give up on our friendship then, right, how we would be right now. Yeah, I think she'll be like my sister.
Do you guys have any lessons learned from your friendship breakups?
How I realized like what's important and me holding on to the friendships I have now much more stronger and much more closer to my heart.
Having that reconciliation, right, it kind of made me realize that for select friends, right, like there is also a friendship language. Like you know how like in romantic relationships, then you will make an effort to find out like what your partner responds better to.
Right.
So maybe like through this episode, I realized that actually she is like the gifts kind of person, and I've never encountered a gifts kind of person, and like that would help me to understand a lot more. This language thing, it matters lor. Some friends is like very chill. You don't have to be so intentional, but then for certain friends, like you have to tailor your approach. Like
That's
it
true.
cannot be like my way or the highway.
Like people break up with people and then like there's always this cringy reaction that when they get back to with the ex, right? But that is because like you assume that it's already set up for failure. Because if the two of you are not different people and then you all get back together, right, it's gonna end the same way, isn't it? And I think for friendships, it's the same. Like the key here is to recognize when they are like different people already. Yeah, and then that is the opportune moment to sort of reconnect lah.
Actually, John brought up a good point, which is like relationships, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
a lot of times we will say friendship breakups are like worse than relationship breakups. Do you all agree?
No way.
I can't relate that one. I get that it's worse in the sense that there's no closure. People don't normalize like sealing
Very true,
the breakup
very
with like, okay, like that's it, I don't want to see you anymore. Maybe because like I managed to like patch back, so I've never really felt like true loss from that, so I can't really relate to that.
I always believe in like having like mature conversations over everything, man. Every relationship ending deserves its own like sort of like closure.
Yeah.
I think what I mean by closure here is not a farewell. It's more of like a acknowledgement that something has changed.
Okay, moving on to the next part, which is the IG Q&A. So this person said, a friend repeatedly refused to listen to the advice we gave RE, a guy we found sus. And when things got ugly, she didn't tell us about it and we heard about it through other people, and she would repeatedly lie to us, so we cut her off.
Wait a minute.
So the reason our friendship broke up was because I got into a relationship. Oh, they cut her off?
They're savage!
Oh no!
Sue, any thoughts?
Oh no. Okay, I would like to say, please don't cut her off. As in, try to understand from her point of view. Maybe she's just somebody who really need love. And because that she might be blinded by love like I was at that point of time, right? But I feel like as friends, you can advise, but you cannot force your views and your opinions on her. And you should still support her and be there for her when needed. And most, if things really go wrong, you can just say like, see, I told you, but there, I'm here for you.
One of the most emotionally intelligent things that my friend told me at the time was, there's like quite a high chance that this won't work out, but if you want to go for it, just go for it. If it doesn't work out, I'm here. Yeah, and that is like true friendship, you know. True friendship doesn't require you to take their advice every single time. It's like if you mess up, then yes, I would gloat a little bit, but then I'm still going to be here.
Someone said, I focused on my career rather than meeting up with my friend and neglected him. After a while, he replaced me with another friend and we grew apart. Context, we were close friends in secondary school and I moved on to poly and he didn't, so we had different lifestyles and I guess we just outgrew each other. That's what someone said. I think the part about career is something that I can relate to. I'm very lucky to have friends, I think I've said this before also, who know that my schedule is busy, right? But still take the time out to message me and be like, hey, when you're free, you're always so busy, blah blah blah. Like they still drop me a message and to ask me out.
Yeah.
Even for me, right, sometimes if I'm free, I need to like think also like, okay, like maybe I should make an effort to reach out to the people who have reached out to me.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't seem like I'm the only one that is receiving this rather than giving it in return.
Okay, but really like friends don't need so many one. A few good ones can already.
Correct. The solid advice for everyone is
Yeah.
don't need so many friends, choose your friends wisely and choose the good ones who are low maintenance and respect
Yes.
all your decisions and you respect their decisions also. Everybody's on the same page.
Yes.
Great!
And-
Beautiful!
Yeah.
Except that sometimes you lose friends and sometimes you are the friend that is lost.
Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any friendship stories, I think you all probably have many friendship breakups, friendship stories to leave it in the comments down below. Please ignore that. Yeah, leave it in the comments down below or let us know what other topics you want to talk about on Zula Chick Chats. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye-bye!
Bye!
Bye!
Zula